Christopher Catesby Harington is an English actor. He's known for his role as Jon Snow in the HBO epic fantasy television series A Game of Thrones. Okay, 3, 2, 1, get.
Harington, it's good to see you, man.
You as well.
You know what's funny? Like I was thinking back to our past chats. We've never had a chat about. We never did a Game of Thrones chat. So I only talked to you about Testament of Youth, Xavier's film here. It's like Game of Thrones doesn't even exist. I talk about. This is what I want to say. I'm here for the real stuff, for the art. Yeah, Game of Thrones is great.
Yeah.
I'm here for the true breadth of your career.
I love that. You're a very rare interviewer who hasn't asked me about Thrones.
Oh,
You're more than welcome to.
No, but I was saying to you before, we're here at TIFF, one of my favorite places to view film, and I just saw your movie this afternoon, and I sat a couple rows behind you, and I was scared for you, because I can only imagine what that experience is for someone like you. And you were telling me that was your first time seeing Baby Ruby.
It's a rare thing that I will sit in an audience for a premiere of something I'm in, having not seen it in a dark room by myself.
That's bravery.
On my own. I request that. Like, it's my one sort of little thing that I request, is to be able to see something privately on my own. Because
okay,
it's painful.
Let's stop.
It's
Why is that? Doesn't like surprises, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting how he says on his own as well. And you've kind of alluded to things like that. So, why don't you explain it?
Well, it's just relatable to me in the sense that I don't like to be taken aback by something that could cause an emotional reaction. And I find this something that I have in common with ISFJ, as an INFJ type myself. And I have one in my family, and I see it with him as he's grown up. You know, he's been very, like as a child, he was very emotional. And as he got older, I think he didn't, I don't want to say he didn't trust that side of himself, but he knew that he needed to guard it more.
Like learn to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. And
As
so
a
part
bloke.
of learning how to deal with it is preparing ahead of time for it. So if you know something is coming that's going to be emotional, you can prepare yourself mentally for it, which is kind of what it sounds like he's doing by screening, you know, films that he's been in.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like there's like that SI element too, where like he wants it to be right. You know, a perfectionist kind of.
Yeah, and that could be it too. I don't know. I was thinking of it more from the emotional standpoint.
I'm sure it's both.
Mm-hmm. He's very gentle. He comes across very gentle so far in this interview. And he's married to Rose Leslie, right? And we've typed her on our channel as well.
ENFJ. Okay.
All right, let's keep
Let's
going.
go again. 3, 2, 1, go.
weirdly painful experience as an actor or a creative in the someone on screen to do that with a whole group of people.
Yeah.
But weirdly, with this movie and today, it didn't bother me at all, and it didn't bother me going into it. I was kind of quite chill about it.
And again, I said this to you before, and as I said to you, I would have said nothing if I didn't believe it. I really dug this movie. It's called Baby Ruby, and it's a challenging piece of material because it really is kind of a bunch of different genres that somehow are all executed very well. In a nutshell, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's basically about a young couple having a child and the anxiety and horrors and neuroses that brings up. And clearly, and certainly I'm not going to go too personal, but I know you've talked about this. This is like obviously rings true to your own life, and it must have come, I would presume, after you became a parent.
Yeah, very hot on the heels of. I think this landed on my desk, and then I chatted with Bess about it, the director, about it. Probably within the first month.
All right, let's stop
of
again.
being a parent.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the subject matter is about having a baby, and it's something he had just gone through. So yeah, I think this is more from the emotional
Yeah, it's interesting
kind of
how
side of things.
he's almost like cherry picked this one, isn't he? Because we have typed him twice before, actually, and they've got banned again.
For copyright.
But in those ones, he was talking about all this, wasn't he? About how he's just had a child and that. And
Notice too how he's so, when this other man is complimenting him, he said, "Oh, thank you." Very genuine and humble in his response. You know, we kind of see this a lot with these ISFJ males.
yeah, they're
You know,
just
I don't want to say they're uncomfortable with praise, but they're genuinely grateful for it and they're very understated in it.
yeah. Right, let's go again. 3, 2, 1, go.
So right in the world that these two in the film find themselves in, I was in when reading this movie. And then by the time we came to shoot it, my boy was 4 or 5 months old. So I was sort of coming out of that very early stage of parenthood. And it really rung true to me. And I remember saying this to Bess because I felt that what I was told I would feel, or what society requested that I feel, didn't ring true with what I actually felt.
Right.
And now I've got that year and a half in thing of, oh, parenthood's great, I love my child, all of that stuff, that I wouldn't have to be really careful with young parents now not to do that myself.
Right.
But in the early stages, it was a huge shock to the system. I didn't know what I felt about this little creature that had landed in my house. I knew I had to look after it, but it wasn't it. Like, it was a definite it, and I was, you know, and me and my wife, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me saying this, felt that very, very strongly, that it was the trauma of it, the shock of it, was overriding any kind of early parental feelings we might feel.
Right, and there must also be that, I'm not a parent, but I can only imagine from what I know, of like just that insecurity.
Sure he's not an INTJ. I hear you refer to babies as its.
Day. What's she gonna say about people were gonna say that this guy's an FI if they were typing it just based off
Based
this
on
interview,
that, right?
just because he spoke
Yeah.
about his feelings? Because that seems a bit the way.
He talked about his feelings.
I didn't know how I
FI.
felt.
Right.
FI, like it just seems to be the way things happen.
Well, I didn't know how I felt. Would probably be more FE.
Why? It is, but
I know.
they
Two
always
FE
they always
parents.
seem
We have this little baby in the house. How do we feel about this? Honey, how do we feel? I don't know. How do you feel? I don't know.
yes.
It's kind of amusing, actually. That's
You're
both-
two FE.
Yeah, both going through the
actors.
same thing. Yeah. Not knowing what to think about it all.
2, 1, go.
Almost of like, wait, am I allowed to feel this way? Like, I've been told
Exactly.
my entire life, this is going to be the greatest experience of my life.
Yeah.
Sheer joy. And there is
That kid doesn't watch
but
this.
there's a lot of other things too.
I'm really careful now when I meet new parents. I kind of say, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know, you doing okay? It's crazy, isn't it? It's quite, you know, rather than, isn't it amazing? Which is what I want to say, being a parent of a slightly older child now. But I need to remember that I think any major change in your life, and there's no bigger major change than having a child, takes at least a year to reconfigure your brain and the synapses and everything. And it definitely does take that when raising a little one.
Would this film have been useful for you to see prior to becoming a dad?
Not directly prior, and I would. I
Might have
think,
dissuaded you.
I do think there should be a warning on it for anyone who's pregnant.
Yes.
I think if you're thinking about having a child, by all means watch it. If you're pregnant, maybe wait till at least a year after you've given birth.
This is a fair. You're limiting your audience, but you're being very nice
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
Another thing I love about this, and I know we share this, is we like kind of genre mashups or just really big swings. And this one is it's a challenging one in that, like, I think it plays, you can kind of like come at it in different ways because there's a lot of comedy there. I laughed a lot watching it. Like, what did it read to you? Like, was it presented to you as like, oh, this is a drama, this is a comedy, this is a thriller, or did they just send you the script and then you interpret it?
I like my movies like I like my music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be able to fit it into a genre.
Right.
I want it to slip into the cracks of many different things. you know.
All right,
and
let's stop again.
Okay.
When I read,
Likes his movies like he likes his music.
I also find it interesting how he said that he feels like he should warn people, pregnant women, not to watch this movie. And yet, at the same time, he didn't know that until he went through the experience himself. So he had to sort of go through the whole parenthood experience, then make the movie, and then realize, okay, this might not be a good thing for certain people to watch. It's kind of that FE-FI empathy thing that we've talked about, right? Like he can really empathize now because he's been through the experience
Yeah.
personally. He understands it now fully because he's done it. And because he's done it, now he comes out on the other side and he's very empathetic. Oh, and I'm very careful with new parents not to say certain things. And I don't want people to watch this who are pregnant. And see, you can see a change. Whereas before, it wouldn't have probably come across his radar.
I don't think he would have done the film at all.
Yeah, that could be right as well.
I feel like he's definitely spotted it and gone, oh, okay. I want to express something here because I'm FE and this is my life kind of thing.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell.
Remember, each video is not a comprehensive analysis. If you want to know more about a specific psychological type, check out the playlists where we have unique takes for each person.
Here are some suggested playlists for you to watch or other relevant videos.